Hello everyone and welcome back, it's Galina. Today I want to share with you some fun technique how to create a glowing effect on a card background. I'm going to start by applying inks on my white A2 card panel. I cut it out from a smooth cardstock. I'm going to use KaleidaColor Ink from Tsukineko. I love this ink pad because I have few different shades of each ink in one pad. And this pad called Caribbean Sea, and it includes some different shades of blue and teal colors. For this technique I love to use such pads because I don't need to think which color to use and which color will be blend together well. So I have 3 shades of teal colors and I'm going to start by applying from lightest shade to darkest. I'm applying the lightest shade in the center with circular motion, and I'm applying each ink with a blender brush from Studio Katia. After I applied my lightest shade, I'm going to apply my medium color, and this time I'm applying it from edge to center. I want to create a nice gradient between 2 colors. Next I'm going to apply my darkest teal color, and again I'm applying it only on edges, and I'm blending to those colors just a little bit because I want to save each color on my card panel. And because I will have a lot of shades on my edges, it will create that beautiful glowing effect. To make this card panel really pop, I'm going to add a last layer of my ink, and I'm going to use a Memento Black Ink. Usually I'm using this ink for stamping, but today I'm going to blend it on my card panel. I don't use a black color for ink blending a lot, so I don't have a blending brush for this color, so I'm using my regular Tim Holtz sponge to apply the ink on a card panel. I left my card panel for a few minutes just to make sure my all inks are dried. And I'm adding a lot of baby powder on the card panel to remove some stiffness and static from the paper. It's a very important step before heat embossing. I'm going to heat emboss this beautiful floral image, and I'm going to use a stamp called Floral Garden from Studio Katia. It's a quite large stamp, and I prefer to use my working surface to stamp such images. I'm placing my stamp on a glass mat from Tim Holtz, and I'm going to cover the wall stamp with VersaMark clear ink. It's a special ink for heat embossing, it will stay sticky for some time. Next I take my card panel and I'm going to flip it over and cover the stamp. Next I'm placing a piece of copy paper and I'm going to press it well with my fingers. After that I'm carefully removing the copy paper, and here's my card background with floral image. You probably can see well it because the ink is clear. But wait a little bit for magic. And now I want to cover the panel with my heat embossing powder. I'm going to use a fine detail gold embossing powder from Ranger. For such delicate images I recommend to use a fine detail powder. I removed extra powder from my card panel and now I'm going to melt it with my heat gun. After I'm done with heat embossing, I'm going to clean the card panel with my cleaning cloth because I need to remove that all extra baby powder on the card panel. Here is close-up of my finished card background. It's so shiny and bright and I'm just in love with this glowing effect on the card panel. Next I cut out a small banner from a gold glitter cardstock and I used half-striped cover plate die set. It includes 2 dies and today I'm going to use only this small banner die. For this card I'm going to create a triple sentiment, and I'm using a few sentiment stamps from PEONY Trimmings stamp set, and I'm going to stamp them at once. I'm placing them in the center of my banner and I'm going to lift them up with a clear acrylic block. Here I'm showing how I stamped those sentiments with a black ink, but I will never have enough gold on this card, so I changed my mind and I restamped those sentiments on a mint color banner with a clear VersaMark ink, and I covered them with a same gold embossing powder and I melted. So I got a super shiny banner for my card. Now I can adhere my card panel on a white A2 card base, and next I'm going to foam mount the banner. I'm using a double-sided adhesive tape from Studio Katia. And using liquid glue, I'm going to attach the frame around the banner. And you can ask me, Galina, how I can go wild and add even more gold on this card? And here is the answer. I found in my stash a gold foil pearls and I'm attaching them with a liquid glue from Studio Katia. I add them on the bottom, in the center and on the top of my card, and I think it's not a madness, it's a beautiful shine of gold on the emerald color card. And here's my finished card. It's super shiny and super eye-catching and I really like it. I hope you like it too, so please press thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And I will see you next week. Bye!